Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep, literally. We're talking about the biggest and by far the most mysterious part of our own planet, and what we don't know about it. It's going to blow your mind. Okay, let's just start with a number. A really, really small one. 0.001%. It looks like almost nothing, right? Well, that tiny fraction, that's the key to this whole story. Yeah, you heard that right. That's the percentage of the deep sea floor that humans have actually seen. Think about that. It covers 2/3 of our planet, and we've laid eyes on less than 1,000th of a percent of it. It's wild. We actually have better maps of the surface of Mars than we do of our own ocean floor. So you gotta wonder, right? What in the world is hiding in the other 99.999%? And that's the big question. But it's not just that we've seen so little, it's that where we've looked gives us a really, really skewed picture of what's down there. So let's talk about this exploration gap. See, the little bit we have explored isn't some random sample. It's like we're trying to understand the entire world by looking through a single keyhole. And get this, 97%, almost all of it, of the visual data we have comes from just 5 nations. 5! So our entire understanding of this global space is being shaped by the goals and the tech of just a handful of countries. And it gets even more focused. More than 65% of all observations have happened in the waters of just 3 of those countries. So basically, what we think we know about the entire deep ocean is based on what we found in just a few, very specific backyards. So why? Why is our knowledge so patchy? Well, it's because exploring the deep sea is, no joke, one of the biggest engineering challenges we have. You could even argue it's harder than going to space. For starters, look at our robotic explorers, our ROVs. To get good data, they have to crawl along at less than 1 mile per hour. I mean, you can walk faster than that. Imagine trying to explore an entire continent at a snail's pace. It's just a monumental task. And that's not even the half of it. These ROVs are dealing with absolutely crushing pressure. We're talking over 1,000 times what we feel up here. It's pitch black, total darkness. Their cameras have such a narrow field of view, it's literally like trying to explore New York City at night with just a tiny flashlight. And to make matters worse, a huge chunk of our data is old, from before 1980. Think grainy, low-res photos. And this is the incredible part, despite all of those hurdles, the tiny, tiny peaks we've gotten have shown us a world that is just, well, it's alien. It's full of life that's so bizarre and so wonderful. I mean, in a place with zero sunlight, life just makes its own. It's called bioluminescence. Creatures put on these silent chemical light shows for all sorts of reasons. To attract dinner, to send out a little how you doing to a mate, or to scare off a predator. And then there's this other wild thing that happens down there. Deep-sea gigantism. For some reason, some animals just get enormous. We're talking about the famous giant squid, or these creepy-crawly giant isopods that look like something out of a sci-fi movie. They just dwarf their cousins from the shallow water. But maybe the most mind-bending discovery of all is that down here, life doesn't even need the sun at all. You've got these hydrothermal vents, basically superheated geysers on the ocean floor, and whole ecosystems are thriving around them. They're powered by a process called chemosynthesis. They're literally eating chemicals pouring out of the Earth's crust to survive. It's a food web built from scratch in total darkness. Okay, to really get a feel for how weird things can get, we have to talk about one of the poster children of the deep. The one, the only, the anglerfish. Yeah, the anglerfish is just the perfect example of how this extreme environment forces evolution to come up with some truly alien solutions. It's not just a weird-looking fish. It's a masterpiece of survival engineering for the abyss. And its love life? Oh, it is the stuff of horror movies. Seriously, think about it. Finding a date in that endless darkness is next to impossible. So, when a tiny little male anglerfish finally finds a massive female, he bites her, and he never ever lets go. His body literally fuses into hers. Their bloodstreams connect. He just wastes away, losing his eyes, his organs, everything, until he's basically just a permanently attached set of testes for her. How's that for a committed relationship? Okay, so let's recap. The deep sea is huge. We know almost nothing about it. And what we do know is that it's filled with incredible, mind-boggling stuff. Which brings us to a really important crossroads we're at right now. Because this isn't just about discovering cool, weird fish. The deep ocean is absolutely vital to the health of our entire planet. It's a key player in regulating our climate, and it's holding a treasure trove of biodiversity that we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of. And here's the conflict. Right as we're just starting to understand this, there's a huge push to start exploiting it. We're talking about deep-sea mining, with companies wanting to go down there and pull up valuable minerals. So we're in this really tough spot. We could end up wiping out entire ecosystems and species we never even knew existed before we even have a basic map of what's there. So that leaves us with the big, urgent question. As the pressure to mine and extract grows while our knowledge is still stuck at that tiny fraction of a percent, should we be exploiting a world we don't even understand? Are we willing to roll the dice on the biggest, most mysterious place on Earth? What could we lose before we even have a chance to find it?